Chapter 4 of the Major Legend, the progress of the order under his hand and the confirmation of the rule. This chapter covers a wide range of important events in Franciscan history. We're introduced to Clare, the brothers move to the Portiuncula, and Francis receives the Sigmata. But the overarching themes that I will focus on today are identity and authenticity, which are encapsulated in two short stories at the beginning of this chapter. It opens with the brothers happy to have had their rule approved and on their way back to Assisi. As they travel, they are hit with an identity crisis. Now that our group formally exists, who are we? Are we hermits? Are we canons? Are we active? Are we contemplative? A question that has lingered through the many reforms of our Franciscan family, even within our own. But rather than give their own answers, the brothers turn to Francis. And rather than give his own answer, Francis turns to God. And God quickly intervenes and reveals to him that he should live in relationship with Jesus, and like him, he should not live for himself, but for the conversion of souls. Francis's question is converted from who are we to who are we here for. It is through our relationship, brothers and sisters, our relationship with Jesus Christ and sharing in his ministry that we receive our true identity, lesser brothers. Now that we have resolved the question of corporate identity, the brothers essentially turn to one another and ask, well, who are you? As he portrays this, Bonaventure begins to pour the hagiography on heaven. Through prayer, Francis transforms into a flaming chariot, carrying a blazing globe like Elijah reincarnated, and he flies through their little house 3 times, disturbing the brothers inside. As the brothers look at the light and the chariot, their true hearts are exposed to one another, and Francis probes their consciences. Could you imagine if Paul Dressler had a flaming chariot and flew around the chapel 3 times and showed everyone your deepest, darkest secrets? That I would be mortified. That would be so embarrassing. But as with all of Francis's life, I believe that this incident has to be viewed through the eyes of his relationship with God. The brothers were now forced to have the same relationship with one another as they had with God himself, known totally. They were as naked before each other as Adam and Eve in the garden, and yet none of them left. Their masks were destroyed and their inner lives exposed, yet there is no mention of judgment. This call to authenticity still lives in our order. This is why I have remained a Capuchin. When I first arrived at Padre Pio Friary, I had perfected the art of mask making. I was ashamed of who I really was, but my brothers demanded authenticity from me. They didn't care that I was ugly on the inside. They wanted to know the real me, without judgment. And through this intrusive form of love, I learned about God's mercy. And so, my brothers, I invite you to a challenge to ask yourselves today, who are you here for? And are we who we say we are? Thank you.
Amen.